I'm Chris Avina with American Outdoor News. Today we're here with Sean Luxton from My OutdoorTV. Sean, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me on.
Now, the outdoor industry has changed so much in the past 20 plus years, where TV was the end thing. Everybody started, everyone wanted to be a TV hunting star. Then it started to evolve into streaming video on demand, and that's where My OutdoorTV has taken a strong foothold. You're actually the leader in the industry in that space right now.
Yeah, and I would say that's where we started. We started with on-demand content. We have 17,000 episodes of on-demand content, but as we were talking about, the market has changed dramatically in the last 2 and 3 years. So now, in addition to all the on-demand content, we have 3 live TV scheduled channels. So, what we know now is when you get home from work and you order dinner and, put the kids to bed or whatever, sometimes you don't want to search, you just want to find. So now people can go to MOTV, and if they want to search, they can do that. But if they want to just watch hunting, they press one button and they watch MOTV Hunt Stream, which is our scheduled live channel. So that's what we needed to do to evolve. So again, we've got the on-demand content, we've got the scheduled channels, we've got a new content category called Just Shot. So that's content that's on our platform within 2 weeks of being shot in the field. So we got, again, if you want to go back in time, we got that content. If you want to know what's happening right now in the whitetail season, we've got Just Shot content for you.
Okay, so it's a huge database.
It's a massive amount of content and a massive amount of data that helps people find what they want from that content.
How do you store all that content?
A whole bunch of servers. The storing is essentially the easy part. The hard part is when somebody comes to the platform and they want to find, Iowa whitetail. We got to make sure that our metadata is right and all the episodes are there, so the person can type in Iowa whitetail and find all those episodes and watch them when they want to. So, our hope is that whole technical backend is invisible, and you just come to the site and hopefully you can find what you want just right there. And if not, there's search, and we hope that we've done some work so you can find that content pretty easily.
So is it basically everything that's on the Outdoor channel? You can get on My OutdoorTV on demand, what you want, when you want it. You missed an episode, you can just pull it up.
It's almost all of the content. It's not all of it, but it's almost all of it, and it's all the all the biggest stars, hosts, producers, and content is there. And again, what we find is people will find a show or a host that they love, and then they'll binge and go all the way down. And we've got for some shows 12 and 13 seasons of content.
Long time.
Yeah. And people really like going back and seeing those producers, way back when, and then seeing them now with how they're hunting now.
Now, how do you find it? I don't even know if you'd call it a competition, like YouTube or Rumble. How is it different than those?
So I think it's different in that the amount of content is we have much more content than anyone else has. We have much more of the established, very popular content, most of it exclusively, and you can watch MOTV on a big screen TV, an iPhone, a Samsung Smart TV, a Vizio TV. So if you want to hunt and peck for your content, you're going to be able to do that on YouTube. If you want to sit back on your couch and watch your big screen TV and find whatever you want and go from one show to another show, a live stream to on demand to Just Shot, that's where we win. Yeah,
but I could also pull it up on my computer or wherever I want to.
Yeah, it's available everywhere. Big screen, small screen. It's available everywhere.
What is the sweet spot as far as programming?
So it's as much as we an outsider would think of the hunting category as just one homogenous group. It's not, right? You got big game and you got muzzleloader. So we have many different audiences, and that's where a really big challenge is. If somebody who's coming and they're a bow hunter, they're not really interested in anything else. So we're constantly playing with how we present content so we can give, if you're waterfowl, we want to make it easy. Predator, so I'd say it's an ongoing challenge.
Yeah, elk hunter.
Because all those audiences are different.
Oh, sure. And that's always been a big faction in the outdoor industry. Well, I hunt with a bow. I don't think you should hunt with a crossbow.
Yeah.
But you gotta have a space for each one.
Yes, and we do.
Where, how much have you grown over the past few years?
A huge amount. I'd say we did a lot more learning than growing initially. It was a brand new space. We were brand new in the space.
Still a brand new space.
For sure. We didn't, we know a lot more now. There's still a lot we don't know. The platforms are growing hugely. We just got launched on YouTube TV. We got launched on Amazon Primetime Channels. So these are brand new platforms. In the case of YouTube Primetime Channels, that's a month old.
So I can pull this up on Hulu and...
Hulu we're not on right now, but we're available on, it's a...
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime Channels, we're available internationally, so there's part of what's really changing this market is the platforms we're available on. Smart TVs, 3 years ago were not that big a platform. Over the last 3 years they had grown hugely, and some of the other platforms have declined a little bit. So we need to be everywhere, and we are almost everywhere except Hulu.
It's similar to podcasting. It used to be just one channel. Now it's iHeartRadio, it's Spotify, Stitcher, it's Apple, and I'm on all of those too, by the way.
And I think it's a good plug for yourself. And I think, because we don't know where the technology is going to go next, because we don't know where our audience is going to go next, you need to be, maybe not everywhere, because they all take investment and time and effort and upkeep, but you need to be as many places as you can, because if your audience watches TV on an LG Smart TV, you got to be there, and they're not going to watch you.
Sure.
Or listen to you.
It's an ever-evolving process with this type of industry and this type of media. You don't know what's going to be big tomorrow.
No, sir.
So how do you stay ahead of the curve?
You got to be mapping the terrain in every single part of the ecosystem. So you got to be looking at smart TVs, looking at connected devices, looking at all the big digital players because they're doing different things. And you can't know what's going to happen. So our philosophy is we got to be in as many places as we can because then we're going to be in the place that takes off.
Yeah.
Because who knows?
How do you pick your programming? How do you say, okay, this show is filmed okay, but this one's better? How do you process your data?
So in advance of getting content up on the platform, we would use anything, ratings on linear TV would be one place to start. But we also know that we're not, it's not up to us to make a determination of what the audience likes. We want to put some content up that maybe there's no data on, and we'll pretty quickly have data on it. So we put content up that is brand new. Some works really well, some doesn't. So where there's data, we use it, but some shows perform differently on linear television than they do on the streaming channels. So it's up like, crappie fishing is a great example. Not a huge category on linear television for lots of reasons, but does quite well on streaming. So if we look just at linear television, we wouldn't spend much time on it, but because it's a different market, people can go in and find what they want easily. We need to have content to serve all these niches, and we don't have data for all of them. So where we don't have data, we test.
Okay, so let's say I want to start a TV show. How would I get on My Outdoor TV?
So
is there a vetting process, or?
Yeah, I'd say to stand out, you need to show us that you've got some traction with some audience. It could be on YouTube, it could be on Instagram. What we need to know is that we need to look at it and say that looks good, and there needs to be some verification of that from an audience. So again, it could be you've developed X number of subscribers on YouTube. Or again, it could be something we want to test. Like if someone came and said, look, I've got adventure category is really interesting to us, and some of our audiences really like that. So there's got to be some hunting or fishing in it, but if you came to me and said, I have this brand new series, we're getting lots of interaction on Facebook and Instagram, and it's got hunting and fishing and adventure, we might want to take a flyer on that and test.
Okay. That's good to know. So if somebody wants to put together like a talk show of people in the outdoor industry.
First thing is get the GM on the channel and have a good interview, and then it's easy from there.
Gotta plug yourself. All right, so what can we expect this year?
More live TV, scheduled channels, content in different formats and lengths and types. So we know that the content from linear does very well. So what are the contents going to do well? Is it short? How short is the content that's going to do well? How many scheduled TV channels can we have and still keep building the audience and keep people coming back? That's what we're going to find out in 23. And then we got all these brand new platforms, Vizio, YouTube content channels, YouTube TV. So each of those platforms is different. The audiences are different, the kind of content they want is different, and so we're going to be learning what they want and give them some more of it.
What about reality TV?
If there's a place for that, again, if it's adventure and ties in either hunting or fishing that we're interested in, it's not our bread and butter now, but anybody who's watched Alone, great,
sure,
great series. If anyone's got another one like that, we're interested.
I bet the Kardashians gone wild.
Yeah, maybe not.
But yeah, it's a great service. It's ever evolving.
Yeah.
You've come a long way over the past few years.
We have. Thank you for noticing.
It's my job. But I appreciate you taking the time to speak to us today, and we look forward to what you have coming up. And just tune in.
Thank you.
We love our children. We protect them. We guide them. We prepare them for life in the world. With all that we do, from deep in our hearts, we cannot control all things. Life-threatening illnesses and disabilities affect far too many of our children each year. While we cannot change the circumstance, we can make dreams come true. Dreams to provide hope, to provide spiritual healing and strength, to provide moments of happiness and relief in the hardest of times. We can give a glimmer of light and hope in a time of darkness and despair. Join huntofalifetime.org to help make dreams come true, to provide hope for children with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Hunt of a Lifetime is a non-profit organization fulfilling dreams for hunting and fishing trips to youth 21 and under with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Visit huntofalifetime.org to learn how you can make a difference.